So we made it to our home for the next 2 days, and yeah, I'm very excited. I didn't find this place, Heidi actually found it, but it's like so beautiful. It's kind of like the place that I found in Seattle / Issaquah. Same kind of vibes, but this is more like desert instead of like, wet, mossy, and damp. It's beautiful. We've decided to make some Meyer lemon cake, so we're doing that now. Got the bowl, got the cake batter, and then also we need an egg and butter. So we're gonna do that now. Also brought Weird Fucks, which is just a story of a girl who's just basically having weird sexual encounters. This is Catherine Center's Love Haters. Okay, cute. Love that. I also brought Perfection. It's shortlisted for a Booker Prize. It's about two expats basically who they're married and their marriage is not working out. Tomorrow. What is that about?
I don't know. It's two people.
Gamers. They're gamers, yeah.
Create a game.
And they're friends like their whole life.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good one. I read it. I gave it 4 stars. And then what's up? Oh yeah, put it down a little bit further. Oh, you just finished this?
It yesterday.
What did you think?
I loved it.
Did you give it what?
I don't rate them.
Oh.
I don't rate them.
Okay, girl. I gave this 5 stars.
Oh, I loved it.
I loved it. Yeah, this was great. I just recently read that too. And then on my Kindle, I'm currently doing this, The Good Lie, which is okay. It's probably going to end up at like a 3.25. She's a detective, but a woman, and she is trying to solve these crimes, basically, like copycat crimes, basically. is about 8 a.m. Your girl is tired. Yesterday, I don't know why, but last night I didn't sleep very well. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. But the day before that, I slept maybe like 7 hours or something. But I was still super tired, so I don't think I got restful sleep. So this is like 2 days of like not a lot of sleep. So I'm tired. I'm very tired. I'm trying to figure out how today's gonna go. I'm not sure. But I want to give you an update on this, where I'm at. So I was actually able to start Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico. This book follows, I think I said this book follows a couple that live in Berlin, which it's true. They do. It's a couple living in Berlin. They're expats. But I think I said they had a rocky marriage. And that's not what's happening here. It's more like their experiences with their friends and their family, people that come out to visit them, how they're feeling about each other in Berlin, like now living in Berlin, how that's changed the dynamics in their relationship. It's also talking a little bit about their sex lives and their sexual explorations, I guess. Like I said, halfway through, got to page 50. I think there's 110 pages in this. So I will try to finish this up and I will give you guys my thoughts. This book here, Lovely War by Julia Berry. So this book follows our 4 main characters, Hazel and James. They're one couple. And then Colette and Aubrey, they're another couple. So Hazel and James meet, I think in 1912, and they meet for just 3 days, and then you're going through their correspondence, like letter correspondence, until they meet again. So that's the first part. The second part is about Aubrey and Colette. Aubrey is a talented like jazz musician, and Colette is an undiscovered basically singer, and they become kind of entranced. Oh, I see a coyote. Hold on. It was right there in the front, like right there, and I missed it. That's too bad. Anyway, so it just basically follows those 2 couples, and it's told by Aphrodite, and the reason why is because obviously she's the goddess of love, and she's the one who put these 2 couples together, but she's kind of on trial for what happens to these 2 couples. So yeah, it's interesting. It's like a fantasy, but it's also historical fiction. It's more historical fiction than anything, but I am really enjoying this book as well. This is a pretty quick read, although I haven't gotten that far into it. I probably will finish it today. I'm just gonna plan on taking it easy and not doing much because I don't have a lot of energy. I'm very, very tired. So I will let you know how this goes. Probably going to make breakfast here in a second, and then I'm also probably going to start a puzzle with Heidi. We tried to start it yesterday, but no dice. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy today. We might also go into the jacuzzi a little bit later, and that might help me like rest and come back to life. I don't know. I need caffeine. All right, it's maybe like an hour later, an hour and a half later, and I was able to get some yoga in, restorative yoga, which is good. Makes me feel a little bit less sleepy. I'm still pretty tired, but I wanted to give you a review. I just finished this book as well, of The Good Lie by A.R. Torr. So I think in the first check-in, I think I was about 40% away from finishing it. The first check-in, I think I said she was an investigator. She's a psychiatrist who works specifically with or goes into the mind of serial killers, basically. And so they asked her, after the Bloody Heart Killer takes another victim, they ask her to try and find out, using her skills, who this Bloody Heart Killer is and, what their next target is so that they can stop him or her. This book was had a little bit of a romance subplot as well. A lot of twists and turns, especially at the end of the book and a little bit before the end of the book. There were some twists and turns. But this was my first A.R. Torr. I thought it was very decent. In the beginning, there were a lot of not side characters, but different paths that you could take. And it made sense throughout reading it, how they all kind of converged, and it made more sense. Some issues I had with this were I thought some of the writing was unnecessary, I guess. It was a short book, but I felt like it could have been shorter. Some of the pages I didn't think were needed, and then respectfully. And then I also thought it was the romance subplot was okay, but I just thought it was a little bit unbelievable based on what she did, being a psychiatrist. I felt like there were red flags that she was missing. But all in all, I enjoyed this. I probably will read more of this author's work. All of this author's work is on Kindle Unlimited. That's why I read it, and I think it's also on audio for free on Kindle Unlimited as well. This one is for sure. So I'm excited to read more, and I think I would give this a 3.5. It was fast paced, it was quick, it was easy, fun twists and turns when I'm in that kind of thrillery mood. So to come on and share my review of these two books. You will have just seen me finishing this one, Perfection, by Vincenzo Latronico. This book follows our two main characters, Anna and Tom. They are expats. They now live in Berlin. They are digital creatives, is what it says on the back. They kind of curate things and lifestyles on the internet, basically. And they do receive some internet fame because of it. This book is just basically their lives in Berlin and just lives with family, friends, like I said before, and also just how they're settling into their lives together as a married couple and going into their 30s and then into their 40s, and how things just don't have the same spark that they used to, when they were younger, and things just don't interest them as much as they used to. When they were younger, they just don't have the passion for certain things anymore. And it just talks about kind of how that has an effect on them, their marriage, their friendships. I think I said that in the last update, but it's basically kind of the same thing. This is about 124 pages, pretty short. I did like this. This was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. I think I might have said that. I can see why. It's very lyrical writing. It's really easy and quick and kind of mundane lifestyle, which I love. I love a mundane storyline. They're some of my favorites to read about. Like Rachel Cusk, she does a lot of mundane kind of lifestyle stories that are like literary fiction. And this was kind of feeling the same way. But I did enjoy this. I would, oh, sorry about the lighting. Sorry, there's a cloud. I had to switch around due to a lighting issue. Sorry about that. But this next book is Weird Fucks by Lynn Tillman. This one, I didn't update you at all. Just because this is being featured in another video. It's going to be featured in a Read With Me. That should be coming around a month from now from this video, I think 3 weeks from now. So yeah, you'll see me reading that in that one. So that's why I didn't have you see me reading this in this video. But yeah, this one is just about over 100 pages. I think it's like 110 pages maybe. So this book follows our main character. She is basically experiencing life through her sexual exploits, pretty much. She is telling you stories about basically all the dudes that she's banging. That's pretty much it. It's fun, it's quick, it's easy. I really like this a lot. I would say I gave this 4 stars. This was a quick, very, very quick, fun little read. Not to take it too seriously, just to have fun with it. So yeah, I really like this a lot. I will probably be coming back to this one. And I'm happy I read it. So Heidi and I are spending some time reading outside. You know, it's like maybe like 2 o'clock. I just updated you on the last 2 books that I finished, but I'm gonna start, or I guess continue with Lovely War. I'm 152 pages in still. I've been prioritizing the other 2, so I could finish those. And so now I'm gonna finish this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this, but I'm gonna keep reading Lovely War, and then I will update you a little bit later. Heidi is reading it right now. She's actually further in than me now. She's at 240. So yeah, I've got some catching up to do. I accidentally trapped a butterfly. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Oh, let's see if we can get her to go out. Heidi's helping because I don't know what to do. But look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. Wow. Good for you, Heidi.
Without hurting it.
Okay, I want to share where I was at in this book. I'm on page 362. It doesn't have like chapters, headings, except like these types of chapter headings. So this one is Aries, and then the date and what the chapter is called, basically. There's about 450 pages of this book, so I'm almost done. I'm loving this so far. It's feeling like a 4-star. We're getting a lot deeper into Aubrey, James, Hazel, and Colette's lives. Like, you're following them individually, and then how they interconnect and how they intersect and come together. And it's really intense. There's obviously talk of war. Colette and Hazel's part in it in a way. So how they go from basically all being close to being separated by factors that they can't control. It's really good. Like I said, it's feeling 4 or higher. I'm probably gonna stop reading today because I'm tired and my eyes are tired. I will probably finish this tomorrow and give you a review of this tomorrow. Hey, I'm back from our little trip, and I wanted to just give a quick wrap up of this book and then, end the vlog here. I did get sleep last night. I'm still a little tired. I'm gonna go out and get some caffeine right now, but I wanted to update you on this. I did finish this morning, and I loved this book. So, as I said before, this is basically starts with Aphrodite on trial, basically, for her role in these 4 people's lives, pretty much. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and she is pushing certain people, these 2 couples together, basically. And we go through it between 1916 to 1918, but also we're getting snapshots of 1942, because 1942 is when she's technically on trial. Yeah, so we're getting about 3 years of back and forth between each character: James, Aubrey, Colette, and Hazel. And yeah, it was just a really fun ride. I don't typically like historical fiction, but I love this. This is mostly, I would say, historical fiction. A little bit of a fantasy element with the gods. Apollo's in this, Ares, Hades, and then of course Aphrodite. I think there was another one mentioned a couple times, but those are the ones we see the most, and they are basically hearing the story with us. So Aphrodite is telling us these 2 tales of these lovers and how their lives are interconnected. This book was a lot like Divine Rivals in a way. It had the same kind of like genre bending vibes, and I have heard that if you like Divine Rivals, you would like this book, and that's why I picked it up. And that's also why I picked it up for my friend, and she read it too. She is almost done. But I was asking her right before we left, I was saying, like, what do you think this is for you? Like, in terms of rating. And she doesn't really like to rate books, but she was like, if I were to rate it, it would be 4 and above. And I would definitely agree with that. I think I'm going to give this book a 5-star. Only because I don't usually love historical fiction. And this book made me really rethink that decision. I'm going to be reading her other 2 books, I think, at some point. Added them to my TBR for sure. But I loved this. I loved the beautiful writing. Some of this has letter writing in it, which I love. I love a book that has letter writing in it. I just think it's so beautiful, especially over, this period of time, because that's like mainly the way that they could connect. So, especially James and Hazel, their connection is through letters in the beginning. And I just love it. I love it. I would say I liked James and Hazel more. I was more invested in their relationship than Aubrey and Colette. But that's not to say that Aubrey and Colette's relationship wasn't interesting either. It's just I had a soft spot for all the things that they were going through. And they were going through a lot of trials and tribulations. To be honest with you, both couples and all 4 parties were going through a lot of heavy and hard topics and things. just dealing with a lot. You know, it's wartime and World War I, and it's just a lot of despair, a lot of hopelessness. So this was, like I said, incredible. Out of all of the books, I would say this one was my favorite. Obviously, this one's the only one that got 5 stars, but I would say to read all of them. I had a really good couple days reading at that cabin. So yeah. So if you liked this vlog, and if you liked, any of these books, or if you've read any of these books, or if you have any other books, maybe like this, that you want to talk to me about or recommend to me, please do down below. I will link all the books that I talked about in this video down below. I'm glad that you were here today and you followed along with me for this kind of fun book retreat vlog, but I will see you in the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye.